Flames are rolling right now, coming off a series sweep over Harvard over the weekend. I'm Nick Pierce, visiting with the head coach, Bradley LeCroy. And, Coach, series sweeps are hard to come by. Your club's been able to do it 2 weekends in a row now. And a walk-off victory on Sunday. Those were always exciting. Tell me about the club right now. What's the vibe in the locker room after you guys have taken care of business here at home?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously we're on a 9-game winning streak and have another great opportunity tomorrow against Greensboro. But been playing pretty well, pitching the ball extremely high at a high level. Offensively, we've done a really good job over the last 2 weeks of buying into the approach and coming up with some big hits. But playing with a lot of confidence right now. Just got to continue to roll. Got another big week this week.
Yeah, you talk about the approach. We'll start with the hitting. Guys, like Tanner Marsh on I think an 11-game hitting streak now. He's reached in all 14 games so far this year. Jackson Sorensen coming around. Nick Barone, another big hit yesterday with the 2-run triple. You see those guys buying in, like you said, and focusing more on the process. How difficult is it to get guys to do that sometimes, but then seeing the fruit of that, how much does it help?
Yeah, it really helps, and a lot of it is the early season too. I mean, some guys are gonna struggle at the beginning just because we haven't seen a ton of live pitching. This game is all about adjustments, and the adjustments inside your swing approach, adjustments on how guys are pitching you, and our guys have done a great job. And obviously, Tanner sets the table for us at the top, but Jackson Sorensen and Nick Barone have done a great job. Dylan Gabrowski has been really good for us. Obviously, Josh Campos has been really good for us in the 9-hole. And then adding Jordan Jaffe here in the last weekend really helps. And other guys continue to give us good bats. Deacon Dito does a really good job. So we're getting to a better place. We still got to continue to get better, but really proud of the guys where they're at.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Josh Campos. Had a tremendous week at the plate. I think hit 500 last week, couple of homers, the grand slam at High Point, then the walk-off double on Sunday against Harvard. And I talked to him after the at-bat, and he talked about seeing multiple sliders, slider, and then he was able to kind of get himself at a point where he was able to sit on one. How much do you guys talk about that and being ready for the fastball, but then kind of being able to get a feel for what the pitcher's trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, our approach is we're always going to be on the fastball, but we have to make adjustments to the way guys are going to pitch us. We're fortunate to have, in college baseball now, we have a lot of data, trends, and so in those situations, most likely the pitcher's going to go to the breaking ball. And Josh was comfortable enough of seeing a couple, sitting on it. Got a good pitch yesterday to hit, obviously with the walk-off double. But he's made really good adjustments. The biggest thing is he's made better adjustments of not chasing early in the count to get into better hitters counts. And then when he gets into hitters counts, he's been doing a lot of damage.
And play some premier defense in center field, too. I know the fielding percentage probably still isn't where you want it, but you look at some of these extraordinary plays that are getting made out there. Campos has made some. Nick Barone had an incredible diving grab the other day. How pleased are you with that facet?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we still making too many errors, and a lot of them are errors that we can control. And we've got to get better at that. I'm not too concerned. I do think we're a good defensive club. But, we're making some good plays. Josh has played an unbelievable center field this year. Nick Barone made a great play yesterday. Jackson Sorensen made a huge play in the 9th. We've been turning some huge double plays at times during the game. So very pleased with it. We got to clean some things up. I thought our catchers have caught extremely well too. Vincent and Tucker Moore have caught really, really well back there. When we get the game reports at the end of the game, their block percentage, their strike percentage are all well above average. So we're doing some good things. We just got to continue to get better.
You talked about it right there. What are things that you're charting that maybe don't show up in a traditional stat sheet that tells you where a player is?
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously batting average and OPS and all that kind of stuff is really good. It is a stat. It's factual. We chart quality at bats. That's a big thing for us. We try to win the free WAR, which is a walk, HPP, stolen base, error type thing. And then big innings, which is 3 runs or more, and then also a new stat that's out there, and the percentages show you is the kill shot, which is where you score 2 runs in an inning and the other team does not score. And when we win the kill shot war, we are 9-0 this year, so that's a big one for us. But it's a kind of a new stat that's going around baseball, and it's obviously showing that it's very true.
That's kind of the shutdown inning after the score. Is that?
Yeah. It's either or you score 2 runs in the top, you don't give up any in the bottom, or vice versa.
Okay. Pitching wise, Cooper Harrington gave you an outstanding start at High Point last week, and that start all of a sudden looks all that much better when you look at what High Point did this past weekend down at Florida, taking the series, nearly sweeping that thing. They scored 20-some runs in the series. Cooper Harrington shuts them out for 6 innings. How good was he, and what has he really focused in on here? A guy that looks like he's going to be your midweek starter.
Yeah, Coop's done a great job. His growth between year 1 and year 2, just he was talented last year and had some really good outings for us. But he's just a year older, mature, the way he goes about things in between outings. But he was great last Tuesday against High Point. Had all pitches, for strikes, got ahead. Worked extremely fast, has a lot of confidence right now, and shut down a good lineup that went to an SEC school this weekend and put up some runs. And it's a great feeling as a coach knowing that you have a true midweek starter. And he's gonna, if he continues to pitch well, then he's gonna push some other guys. But it's great to have Cooper on the midweek.
And then you look at the bullpen. Aiden Decker-Petty has had about 3 good outings in a row. You're starting to see some guys kind of settle in there. Is the depth playing out the way that you hoped it would?
Yeah, I mean, we thought one of our strengths of our team was our depth of our pitching staff, and it's showing up, and it's really going to show up next week when we have a double midweek. We got to play 5 games in a week. But ADP, threw 3 times last week and threw really well all 3 times, especially yesterday in a high leverage situation coming in. And we got some guys out there that need to throw more, and Dietrich and McCusker and Caleb Smith, guys like that. We've got to get out there, so they'll get their opportunities. But very pleased with where we are in the development of the pitching staff.
Are you already starting to have those conversations looking ahead to next week? Does one of those games probably become a bullpen game, or where's the thinking right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously our focus is on tomorrow at UNCG, and then this weekend open up conference play with Missouri State, who's a really good ball club. But when you look at it, absolutely, I think when you have a double midweek, if you have one true starter and then the other game, will kind of be a bullpen day where you're throwing multiple guys for 2 or 3 innings. So, we'll look at that when we get to it.
Looking at this week then, just kind of end on this note, as a UNC Greensboro first SoCon team. You get them on the road. They're coming here a little bit later as well. And then opening conference play, Missouri State, a really good team. They got a draft pick in center field. I mean, this will challenge you here this week, will it?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, good test tomorrow on the road at UNC Greensboro, who's usually in the top half of the SoCon. And then start conference play, which is very important this weekend with Missouri State, who's a really talented team. They've got a really high draft pick in center field who's one of the best left-handed hitters in the country. Good pitching staff. They've played an extremely tough schedule, a lot of games on the road. It's a great addition to our conference from a baseball side of things. But, that's why you come to a place of liberty, to play in weekends like this. We're going to be excited about it, to play a great opponent and get conference play off to a good start.
Yeah, and how anxious are you to get to this weekend, right? I mean, the way conference play went as opposed to the midweeks last year, we've talked about that. Your team on a roll right now. How excited are you to get to this weekend and see how you measure up?
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, obviously we got to focus on Greensboro tomorrow, and then we'll go into game planning and focus on Missouri State on Wednesday. But we're excited about it. Conference USA is one of the best baseball conferences in the country. It's a challenge every weekend. We're fortunate we get to open up at home this year. So it's going to be a great weekend against a really good opponent.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck at Greensboro and this weekend coming up against Missouri State. We look forward to it.
Thanks, Nick.